what have you learned and perhaps changed your mind about over the last number of weeks as we're months into this pandemic? Have you changed your mind about some things as it relates to church?
Well, probably some things that we were all feeling have been affirmed in the sense of, the physical ministries that we do, the physical spaces, the reliance upon those kinds of things to define this is what a church is, a gathering of people in a physical location versus, a people called out by God in the world. And how do you lead that kind of underground, more organic missional movement in the world versus an event or a program or whatever. All the stuff that we kind of know and knew going into this has just been solidified, and in a way that has said, as my friend Carrie Newhoff talks about, like, everyone you want to reach is online. So if 0.5% of your budget is spent on online and everything else is spent on staffing and programming around physical locations, if you're not changing that, it's that Moneyball scene, right? If every baseball team isn't changing based on it, they're going to be dinosaurs. And I was at Shayla, I was at conferences 5 years ago going, if we are still sitting around saying, because I do video sermons, so I preach once and then all the sites are video. So people are, Mark, that's not even real preaching. That's not real Christianity. That's not real pastoring. That's not real leadership, because you're on a video and you've got to be in the room. The Holy Spirit can only work if you're in the physical space and you can read the audience, blah, blah. And I used to be like, guys, if we're actually still saying this, we're going to be dinosaurs in 20 years. Like everyone said, no. Now, the same people who are criticizing me on video are on video, speaking to their churches online because it's the only way you can. And yet the Holy Spirit is still saving people, ministering to people, doing amazing things to their ministry. And it's a very interesting thing because you realize the capacity for the audience, but you've got to be able to do it well. And so to the leaders out there, I would plead with you. I know we all have different budget, realities, but your people in this moment, and this isn't meant to put burden or weight on you, because I know a lot of the articles, when you read them and it goes, look, your people now don't compare you to Joe Blow up the road. They compare you to every other preacher online. That's stressful for a lot of pastors. And I'm not saying this in order to stress you out. I'm saying it because it's true in the sense of let it force you and your teams to be innovative, spend money in the right ways to get your quality of production and those kind of things up, just on a real practical point. Because the medium really is the message in many ways right now. And if you're just, staring at your notes, not making eye contact, and you look like you're shooting an Osama bin Laden, video with a plant beside you, it's not going to cut it because all your people are seeing everything else online. So again, I'm not telling you got to have, elevation level quality and all this stuff. I'm not putting that burden on you. I'm just saying really work with your production teams. And I would say engage volunteers who are artists to make sure, look, you went to church, you're a pastor, or you went to school as a pastor. No one expects you to be great at creative design production. But there are people in your congregation who are better at this than you. There's people on your staff who are better. Trust them when they tell you, look, stop with the this, put the that, the light here, the this. You got to trust some of those people.